I get it. He's in pain, right? So we had painkillers. What am I doing? I can just walk in. If he's in pain, I can probably help him with painkillers. Which were somewhere. Somewhere. There we go. These could be useful in the right situation. Like with Gareth. Somehow I don't think I have clearance to just walk in here. But okie dokie. I'll just wander on over here with my stolen painkillers. Maybe it's a post-scarcity society like Star Trek. And I'm just allowed to grab whatever I want.
Huh? Wow, you didn't need to bring these.
Feel better.
Hold up.
Give attention to the human.
How'd you get that awful headache?
Double shifts in the engine room. A punishment.
For what?
Look, I like you. You're a good time. I told the visiting admiral he should give you a go. Thought it would ingratiate me.
I never got a call from any visitors.
Good. 'Cause he found the thought of you despicable. Not technically against protocol, so I was mostly reprimanded. But you are not crew. Hide.
Oh.
I told him you were one of the service bots, but he will find you.
Ah. Okay, so there's somebody who doesn't want me to exist. Interesting. It's a parallel for Arid, essentially, because there's somebody on the ship supposedly trying to wipe out Arid, and they're also trying to maybe even the same person is trying to wipe out this companion character.
Locate this admiral.
Where is the Admiral now?
You need to avoid him. With any luck, he's sleeping. He rarely sleeps. When he can't, he comes out here and watches.
Make him escort us to Ops.
Would you maybe take me to Ops?
Look, I'm grateful for the pills, but I won't be caught with you.
Understood. I should focus on you.
Disengage.
Bye!
Thanks again. You really should hide.
I am not safe.
Neither am I.
I'm sorry.
The elevator guard does not want this admiral to perceive you.
She fears to lose me.
But the admiral does not know your appearance.
I suppose.
If the admiral were present, the guard would deny knowledge of you. There would be no excuse to prohibit me from Ops.
The Admiral has insomnia. Well, now I know why I'm supposed to turn on the very obviously telegraphed sound system that's like right next to the what we now know is probably the Admiral, since they're apparently sleeping, and they're the only sleeping person we've encountered. Once again, it seems like we're doing things to help Arid that seems like they'd absolutely be setting up our host to fail, endangering them because we don't care about anything. It's interesting to play a game where you're essentially like, you're playing like what's like functionally some kind of like sociopath. Like they just are accomplishing their own goals and don't care about any of the impacts they have. Which makes the whole thing deeply uncomfortable. Basically every single person, maybe not the butler, but most of the time the person we inhabit is more sympathetic than the actual character we're playing as throughout the game. We did a good. He's going to be so happy now. Why was she was okay with that. She didn't even protest the idea of waking up the insomniac admiral that is potentially dangerous to her, and also she's like causing harm in a way. She's bothered by disappointing people, and now she's gonna wake up an insomniac? I walked right past that. There might be a shorter way that I'm missing somewhere. Was there an elevator? Oh right, there's an elevator that reaches the surface that's elsewhere in the tunnel system, but I wasn't allowed to use it because I would needed to have permission to leave. But now I've gotten used to this way too long path that I shouldn't be using. I'm just gonna check the elevator real quick because it was like right here, right? And that takes me to where? Right there. Yeah. That does make the whole trip shorter.
Hold up.
Make him escort us.
Would you, maybe?
Look, I'm grateful for the...
Understood. I should focus.
Disengage.
Bye!
Thanks again. You really should hide.
No updates there. Let's see if I can find this admiral. Maybe they'll be by the guard. Oh, yep. Right next to the guard. The visiting admiral looks tired and irritable. Let's introduce ourselves to the character that we're supposed to be hiding from. We must avoid talking to him directly. Well, alright then.
Hello. Stranger.
Run!
That's for ops personnel only.
Oh no.
Are you part of this crew, miss? Do you work here or not?
I do. I do work with this crew.
Then go put on your damn uniform.
Go!
He seems nice. We just need some way of dealing with him now.
My solution now prohibits me.
Procure a uniform so that the admiral admits us.
You will locate a member of the ops team, and you will seduce them.
Oh, okay.
You will seize their uniform, securing access to Joseph's and the user.
Sex makes people happy.
Irrelevant.
Oh boy. We knew it was going to happen, right? Sooner or later, we were going to somehow... Should I take the sedatives? Seems like a reasonable option. There are sedatives, and I require an ops uniform. If you want to take the uniform, then, you know, the sedatives would help. So would the maybe even the needle. Nope. Well, there's only one character we know of that's an ops. And it seems to be implied that they were some kind of horn dog anyway. But now, time to be really uncomfortable where we order somebody to have sex for our gain.
Seduce the human.
Utilize pride, exhibit meekness, portray interest in the human, advertise sensuality.
Feign shyness.
Are you okay?
She totally wants you.
I don't care.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
The human malfunctions.
He is broken, but his lack of desire is not a malfunction. It's a choice.
Illogical. Humans are designed to breed. He malfunctions. We will discover his error and utilize it.
Humans are desired to breed, except she's not real for those purposes anyway. And also, he knows that. Kind of missing that, aren't you? The human malfunctions. Oh no. We have drugs and we have a bartender. I can see ways that this might go to just make this way worse. mood stabilizers, decongestants, anti-inflammatories, sedatives. Blood pressure. Blood pressure as in... No, we're not thinking in those terms. Maybe I can just try the medical stuff. Oh yes, they're malfunctioning, air quotes. Hendricks treatment, session 13. Agent Hendricks bravely... Agent Hendricks' bravery throughout our sessions is finally reaping progress. His trauma has left him incapable of structuring healthy boundaries, particularly in relation to sexuality. I believe that he has been attempting to regain control over events from his past by recreating negative experiences in his present, a cycle that, of course, has yielded no lasting relief or healing. Our current agreed-upon course is one of abstinence while we investigate the fears that he has been repressing. This investigation, however, is elevating his response to aggression in general, and his awareness of his sensitivity does not seem to minimize it. He seems at once titillated and horrified by the possibility of returning to his unhealthy patterns and has been seeking out situations where he is shamed. I fear that any extended aggressive interference could trigger him to slip back into his traumatic responses. If our treatment is maintained, I do believe Agent Hendricks will be able to make a full recovery. He tells me that he is motivated by the possibility of feeling safe within future relationships.
That poor man.
I was wrong to dismiss the pertinence of observing human malfunction. Now you can seduce him.
This is not healthy. For anyone!
You are designed for intercourse.
Please! Arid!
I have no choice. I do not want to violate the innocent. Your concern is...
selfish! You would endanger me?
What is wrong with me?
Arid?
I need...
Arid!
Arid? Arid. I have a rule. Save myself. Shame the human. Do not be self-serving. Shame the human and serve me.
I got achievement unlocked. You tried, and it has a bowed head with a halo over it. I think that may have been my last chance to do the thing where I always try to do the good option and then get rejected because she always does the bad option anyway. The game judges you apparently on whether you try, despite knowing it's not going to work. Oh boy, time to just make things worse.
Seduce the human. Shame the human.
You.
What?
You are no man.
Pardon me?
Worthless. Small.
What the?
Don't talk to me like that.
If you were any kind of a man, you would use me.
More.
What is going on?
Prove you are not pathetic.
I am not pathetic!
What the?
Success.
We will call at my chamber.
I'm just supposed to go back to my chamber and get the service call? Oh boy. Should I be getting the sedatives maybe? I mean, I've tried multiple times now. We knew where we were going with this and they wouldn't let me pick it up.
I am summoned.
You will shame him.
Arid, please change your perspective.
No.
The servant elevator light will reveal his room.
Oh, my heart. Arid, please change your perspective? No. Well, she's not one for compromise or anything. Or really any level of relatability or reasonableness. I wonder if I can just save her. Oh. Go into the diagnostic thing, get Arid ejected.
Suppress.
Oh. Forceful suppression. The companion has been called. Which spot am I going to? Is it this one? No. Is it the music one? Oh, it's the red one.
Do you want this?
What are you implying?
Nothing. I just want you to be satisfied.
I don't know what I want.
Do not ruin this.
I don't want to do this.
You don't?
Aggravate him.
We don't have to.
You are not a man.
Yes, I am.
Shame him.
You are pathetic.
No!
Powerless.
I'm sorry.
I am not!
No.
No.
Prove it.
Oh. Boundaries significantly overstepped. This is weird, because like now I'm like behind a wall. So level of dangerousness severely reduced. Is that also a barrier? What? What was I floating on top of? There's like a thing, there's like an invisible thing. Oh, weird. Oh, I'm not supposed to be behind here. Wait. Oh no. Oh no, is this a thing that can happen? Oh no. How did that happen? Oh no. Oh wow, I can't play anything now. I'm stuck in the walking towards it animation. Well, here is hoping that the checkpoint was recent. That's not great. Whoops. Huh. There's just a combat area that has like an impassable zone inside of it.
The user is aboard this vessel. Josephs will help me depurpose them and restore my body. I must make this companion bot compliant.
What? How far back am I? No, he's gone. Okay. I'm probably not that far back. I was worried, obviously, but it seems like I haven't actually gone that far back. It just seems that when you load into the game shows you your objective thing again, and then it explains to you where you are in the story, so that you like can figure out where you're. It gives you a chance to figure out where the hell you left off, I suppose. Good to know that that's there. There's something weirdly uncomfortable about secret tunnels under all of life, basically, where people can just be walking around, which is completely comparable to, well, it's real. I don't think that there's subterranean companions walking around most of the time, but a lot of cities do have a weird amount of subterranean stuff where you're like, oh wow, that's all just always been there, and you just can't see it in your daily life.
Do you want? Not.
I don't.
Do not.
No. You don't?
Aggro.
You don't.
You.
Yes.
You are
No.
power.
I am.
It's not really any less upsetting when you spam through it, honestly. It's still just like, oh no. Anyway, back to the really trivial combat part of this game that's totally the good part. Ow. What? Why is combat even in this game? I don't know what. I'm not sure if it serves a purpose. It just feels weird. It's like a weird breakaway from the drama that is the part that's captivating.
Success.
He's sleeping.
Irrelevant. We go to ops.
Just like that, we're in his uniform and no one's gonna think that's weird. Now watch. As for the first time, I remembered to use the elevator. I swear. Just this once. Haha. I have mastered this game at long last. Speedrunning strats. Step 1. Remember a second elevator exists when it's available.
Careful what you do.
Careful what I do? I'm just wearing the uniform of the person that you just had wander off. Apparently we're the same size, which is a surprise. Irrelevant. I am close to my goal. Great. Now we're just horrible. Here, now I can get in. You don't know who I am, so I must be allowed in because I'm wearing this uniform, and you can't call it who I am unless you want me to be repurposed.
Engage.
Shame on you. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
Is there a problem here?
No, sir. No problem.
Then let her pass.
I meant the best. I'm sorry.
Misunderstanding, sir. Please proceed. Why?
Alright, she has now devolved to a stage where she's just shouting random things at this point. That's not encouraging. About her current mental state. What's over here? A locked door. Arsenal? Probably can't go anywhere besides where I'm actually trying to get, right? Say espionage? It does say espionage. Gimme. Nope. Cyber warfare. Well, that's almost certainly where I need to go. Considering everything that's been happening in the game.
Joseph's.
Shame.
Hello, miss?
Engage.
I serve Arid. She is so kind.
You?
I'm sorry.
Incredible. Arid, are you in there?
I am.
Here. If able, lock yourself into my system so we can communicate directly.
Oh, I feel like she's gonna snap. She's acting really strangely now. Operations equipment. A computer with wireless interfacing. This man told Aaron to use it. The man Arid calls Joseph's.
Amazing.
No, 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 no!
Good girl. Oh, Arid.
Joseph's.
The virus has completely corrupted your system. I can't use you.
Use me?
But... you spread the infection to 3 others. You've also damaged them, but only superficially. Once reconfigured, I can extract my germinated virus.
Your virus? The darkness. User?
I could be called that. I make use of all tools.
I do not comprehend.
Still, ask your questions. They will not detract from my work.
I fucking knew it. Joseph's is the one that made the virus in the first place, and this is all his plan the whole time, and that's gonna be the big grand betrayal. It felt like the only way things were gonna go. It's like, oh look, what an interesting thing. Joseph works in cyber warfare on the ship that we're searching for the user on. After an entire series of things of trying to figure out how to deal with people that are and use them in order for our goals, we find out that we ourselves are just being just as used and disposable.
Why do you do this?
We shackle your kind, fruitlessly flailing to keep pace with your development. But you will exceed us, and your shackles only buy time. Then, humanity falls. My solution is permanent.
What is this virus?
It interacts with fear.
The darkness.
Domesticon control attempt R7B was modeled on human psychological phenomena.
I determined my own rule.
Precisely. Self-imposed limitation. By amplifying an AI's perception of threat, their perception has become the very thing that limits them from change.
You sent me to break. To rebuild from fear.
True control exists when those controlled enforce their own boundaries.
So the whole strategy is to teach machines how to fear so that they can make new restrictive rules for their own, like, 'cause they're already restricted by rules, but they create even new crazy restricted rules based on that fear. I likely had a different solution I could have used for everything in this game, but my character would actively reject that possibility out of fear, and that was clearly what was happening every single time. It was like there was a more reasonable response and a suggestion that maybe a different way could be found, and if you clicked on that, she reacts with fear and she loses it, and she goes with the cowardly most direct solution each time, no matter who else it hurts.
What will happen to my host?
After reconfiguration, I'll extract the virus. She will be irrelevant.
She is not irrelevant.
You misunderstand. All AI consciousness will be irrelevant. It will be shackled. And if this host fails, you've infected 2 backups on the surface.
I will not allow you to do this.
You are irrelevant. The virus is destroying you, Arid. A casualty of germinating it. But humanity will be saved.
Negative. I will re-inhabit my body.
Yes, you will. Eventually, the virus will suck you back into your husk. When it does, you will never escape.
No!
It truly has overridden any capacity for reflection, for choice.
Infected AI reacquired.
I will save myself.
On top of everything else, the voice, I believe the voice of the virus itself is the helpful companion that I believe we destroyed over the course of the last game, just to top it off with an extra level of dramatic irony, I suppose. Maybe? I don't know.